you are going to create and stick to the morning routine of your dreams, and here is exactly how. Girl, if you are so tired of hearing that you need to wake up at 5 a.m. and have the 5 a.m. morning routine to feel like that girl, so you try it, but you can never stick to it, only to leave you feeling like your entire life is a mess, today I'm going to walk you through my realistic, research-backed morning routine. And not to be dramatic, but if you follow these it girl morning micro habits, your life is going to improve. You're going to feel like that girl. You're going to glow up. You're going to just have your life together and get your day started on the right foot with minimal-ish effort. I promise you that I have put my entire soul into this video, and you're going to walk away with the end of it with actual habits that you can use right now to create the perfect morning routine for you. Welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I am your host, Madison Haynes, your self-improvement glow up fairy godmother. And girly, you already know the drill, okay? I don't go and blah, blah, blah about stuff that's not valuable to you. You're a busy girl with a longer list of to-dos, so we're gonna get right into it. Chapter number 1, your ultimate best morning routine starts the night before. Let's be real. The most productive, glowing girls that you look up to, they don't win their mornings by accident. They have a plan, and that starts at night. 2021 study done by Sleep Health found that a consistent sleep routine, a regular sleep routine, improve your emotional regulation and, get this, motivation too. Translation, better sleep equals better self-control. So here are the micro habits that I use to prep for a better morning routine before my head even hits the pillow. Number 1, heatless curls and mouth tape. Girl, the uglier you go to sleep, the hotter you wake up, and the less effort you'll need to do in the morning. Okay, I know you don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. to curl your hair perfectly, but what if I told you if you just did heatless curls while you watch your TV show at night, the night before, you wake up, you throw out your little bathrobe, you don't need to spend all of that money on those fancy stuff. Nah, okay? Take your bathrobe, rip that thing right out of your robe, okay? You're gonna put it on your head and you're gonna wrap your hair around the robe, tie it on with 2 scrunchies, and then the magic step, twist it to make that hair just super, super tight, wrap it around your head, go to sleep, you're welcome, you're gonna look so great. Now, mouth tape is a newer fad. Always, always, always use one that has like a little hole in the middle for your safety. But mouth taping supports nasal breathing, which will improve your sleep quality and your oxygen levels. But let's be so real. I know you're like, yeah, that's important, but like, how am I gonna glow up? Okay, girl. Okay, it gives you a snatch job. I've noticed the difference. I sleep better, I feel better, and of course the benefit is my jawline just looks amazing, way better than it did before. Now, girl, this is one thing, I've talked about it before, but it will actually change your life. It's why I always talk about it, and it will make your mornings 10 times better, and that is the closing shift. What is the closing shift? Simply put, girl, you can do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever is like least resistant, but you have to put in a little bit of effort at night. If that works for you, okay? Set that timer and get to work. Put away the things you need to put away. I'm talking, make sure you put your kitchen to bed. So put away your dishes. Make sure the counters are wiped down. So when you wake up, you have a nice environment. You can do the same for your bedroom. Put away your clothing that you just threw on the floor or that chair that you should not have. But put your clothes away. Set up a cute outfit for tomorrow so you don't even have to wake up and say, oh, what do I wear? Nah, you've planned ahead. You're gonna look good, girl, with such little effort. Start doing things now that your future self will thank you for. Implement a digital cutoff rule. 1 hour before bed, cut out your phone, okay? Set your alarm, put it down, no doom scrolling. Chapter number 2, the main event, baby. Micro habits to implement right now to cultivate the best it girl, that girl, perfection, best thing ever morning routine. Now, this chapter I put my soul into, okay? Everything that has changed my life, everything that has helped me glow up is integrated. So literally listen to this all the way through. Try your best to implement these habits. I made them in a way that they're relatively easy to adapt to your own everyday life. And if you stick to them, they're gonna help you just romanticize your life, make you feel like you're living an aesthetic life, will also help you glow up in like realistic ways. Are you ready? Number 1, wake up with your brain not against it. What the heck do I mean, okay? Sunrise alarm clock, that's what I mean. Now here's the thing, I know it's spring or summer depending on where you live right now, so the sun is probably up when you're waking up. So this more pertains to the winter, but I just want to say it because it still changes my life, especially on the days when I do need to wake up earlier before the sun. A sunrise alarm clock stimulates natural sunlight. What does this do? It regulates your melatonin and cortisol, which is the stress hormone that everyone fears, everyone's hating on right now. Now, this alarm clock is proven to help support your mood and alertness, and that was a study done by Sleep Medicine Reviews back in 2018. Now, does it work? Absolutely. This is the one thing that single-handedly carried me through the winter and allowed me to wake up at 6 a.m. on the weekdays. Why? Because opposed to waking up into a cold, dreary, dark apartment, okay, I wake up and it feels like the sun has already risen in my apartment because my alarm clock literally goes and it gets my apartment slowly, gradually brighter. So when I do wake up, it's like daylight, baby. 3, 2, 1, launch rule. This is amazing. I struggle too with the whole like snooze thing. I'm not gonna lie, I got to the point recently where I realized if I don't do these 2 things, I will hit the snooze button until like 8 o'clock. And that, which probably should have went in chapter 1, is when you go to sleep at night, remind yourself right before you go to bed of the reason you want to wake up in the morning, and not just like, oh, I have to, like the value. I am going to wake up because I need to do this. Because at the end of the day, if you need to wake up for a flight, if you need to wake up for work, and you know the last minute you actually have to leave to be on time for that exam, for that big project, you're gonna leave. So start creating a sense of urgency into your reasoning for waking up every day. And if the fear of God doesn't work for you, I also like to integrate a really nice benefit of waking up early to give me an incentive. So I'll say, if I wake up at 6 a.m. on this day, I am going to do this. I am going to feel so much better. My day is going to be like, it's going to flow so much better because I'll get all of these tasks done in the morning and I don't have to stress out about them all day long. But if I also do that, I'm going to go grab my book and go outside and read on my balcony for like 20 minutes while I drink my iced coffee. Doing that right before I go to bed, I remember my why I want to wake up early, how I'm going to feel, the value in it for me. And I promise you, every single night I do that, I actually wake up on time. And the nights I don't do this, I always hit snooze. Try it out for a week. I promise you that will single-handedly change your entire life. But now if it doesn't and you need the extra little bit of a boost, that's where the 3, 2, 1 method comes in, where you lay in bed and the alarm goes off and you're like, oh, why? I feel like I just fell asleep. I need more sleep. I don't want to do this today. Nah, we ain't thinking like that. You don't have an option. Train your brain to not think like that. You go 3, 2, 1, and you just get out of bed. It doesn't matter how crappy you feel, okay? You can even tell yourself, I don't need to run out of bed and go to the gym. You can run out of bed and do the thing I know everyone does, but no one talks about in their morning routines, which is go to the bathroom and scroll on your phone. Do it. I give you permission, but just whatever you do scroll, make it productive. What do I mean by this? When you are scrolling through and sitting on the toilet, girly, go and look at things that motivate you, okay? Maybe come over to my TikTok or go to my Instagram at madison.haynes. I would be so honored to be your toilet scroll. In all seriousness, as weird as that sounds and uncool as that sounds, in order to help you become your best self, like I want to give you realistic tips that nobody else talks about, because that is going to be the difference between you watching these videos a million times and never actually sticking to your morning routine versus you actually creating the life of your dreams. If you are here for that, girly, I want you to comment a pink heart on this video or podcast, and if you haven't yet, hit subscribe because we're cool over here and I am dedicated to making you your best, hottest, healthiest, happiest self. The last micro habit I will talk about here is place your phone across the room. If you still have your alarm clock or your phone, whatever you use to wake yourself up, right next to your bed, no, okay? The furthest plug away. You're gonna hate me, but it's gonna make you get out of bed, and I won't lie. Half the time I get out of bed and go right back in it, okay? But not on the days, again, where I go to bed thinking about the value and how good I'll feel in the morning when I wake up early, and when I use the 3, 2, 1 rule. Okay, the next habit I want to talk about, everyone talks about, and it's boring, it's drink your water. It's boring, but everyone talks about it for a reason. There's 1,000,001 benefits, and I already know that you know them, so this is your sign right now to go take a sip of your water, girl. But regardless, if you're someone who struggles to drink water, this one habit changed my entire life, and that is electrolytes. Electrolytes give you faster hydration, stable energy, and a study done from the Journal of Psychology found that electrolyte drinks help you maintain focus and endurance even when you're doing low energy tasks. I am going to be really real. Typically, I'll drink my electrolytes at night because I have a problem with snacking while I watch TV when I'm not even hungry. So lately, I've been drinking a giant Stanley filled with my electrolytes, so I avoid my late night snacking, and that has changed the game for me because they genuinely taste really good. It's like a sweet treat. But with that being said, I was drinking my electrolytes in the morning and I felt so great afterwards. Now, apologies ahead of time because you're going to hate me for these next few micro habits, but you need to hear them because they will actually benefit you so much. And they're not hard to implement, it's just more mentally hard. Number 1, if you're a morning shower girly, turn that water all the way to cold 30 seconds before getting out of it. Put your hair underneath it because it will make your hair super shiny and seal up your hair follicles before getting out of the shower. But also, a study done by Medical Hypothesis in 2008 found that by doing this for even 30 seconds, it can actually boost your mood. Now, if you're someone who is on their like lowering stress and like anti-cortisol spiking morning routine, when you wake up, try this. Take 10 deep breaths while your coffee is brewing, or whatever habit you can do where you can habit stack, because it's way easier to habit stack or take a new habit and put it on top of one that you're already doing. Take 10 deep breaths or do 1 minute of box breathing. What is box breathing? You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, release for 4 seconds, repeat. This lowers your cortisol levels, regulates your stress response, and can help you improve focus first thing in the morning. Underrated it girl tip: when you are washing your face or your arms in the morning, take cold water and push it into like upwards strokes. It refreshes your lymphatic system and wakes up your face for like a natural lift. If you are a girl who skips breakfast and you think you're doing it because you're just too busy, or you're doing it because you think you can lose weight by waiting until a different time, you're doing yourself a disservice, and here's why. Number 1, if you're trying to do this for weight loss, I was right there with you, and it just made me gain more weight because by the time I was actually starving for lunch, I would overeat. The biggest change I've made was a high protein breakfast in the morning. I feel great, I snack way less, and I actually crave sugar less throughout the day too. And I found that this was such a drastic change. I actually looked into it and found that a study done by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that protein in the first 30 minutes of your morning reduces your cravings for the entire day and stabilizes blood sugar. High protein breakfast ideas that are simple and easy for the everyday girly on the go: 2, 3 hard-boiled eggs, sunny side up eggs, whatever you like. My current hyperfixation breakfast is protein pancakes, but not as actual pancakes. I take it, throw it into a mug, put a little bit of milk in there or water, whatever you have, and a tiny bit of baking powder, stir it up, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and I have a mug cake for breakfast, but it's high protein. If you are an oatmeal girly or like a bowl girly, a smoothie girly for breakfast, add in some ground flax seeds. These are good for balancing your hormones, and it will give you glowing skin. And this is where you're gonna really hate me, and I hated me when I had to do this, but I actually did change my life, and this is something I genuinely stick to, and that is not drinking your coffee on an empty stomach. It's gonna ruin your skin, and it's so highly acidic, especially if you drink iced Americanos like me. But drinking coffee on an empty stomach is going to spike your cortisol levels, girl. I also love a good wellness shot. Dose Juice is like my favorite wellness shot brand. I love their turmeric shots. I love their honey shots, the ones for energy. I always have them stocked up. But if you're a girly who is into health and wellness and you're at your local grocery store, there's a ton of different wellness shots you can get. But again, Dose is my favorite. I found them just a little bit more higher quality and they taste a little bit better to me. Okay, these next micro habits are relating to your brain. Okay, if you sense a theme here, we're talking about health, we're talking about beauty, we're talking about being smart. We are healthy, happy, hot girls that are truly thriving, well-centered, well-rounded ladies. You already know my stance on Duolingo. I love it. I'm on almost a 600-day streak. And habit stacking, I do my Duolingo and I gosh on my face at the same time. Now, in the morning, if you are a doom scroller, fine. I'm not going to tell you to not do this because this is a realistic that girl morning routine, and that's why you're going to actually stick to this one, making it different than every other morning routine video that you've already watched. So instead of doom scrolling, I want you to active scroll. What do I mean? Do it intentionally. Scroll on Pinterest, scroll through your saved folder on TikTok where it's like motivation, where you can go and anything that you find when you just typically scroll that you're like, oh my God, I want to just get up and glow. Podcast name. But for real, save it to a folder, and then when you scroll and start your morning with that energy. Do affirmations, or if you've made a mind movie like I've talked about, where you go and take a bunch of photos or videos of the life you want to live with an affirmation on top of that and put it to a subliminal like music, we can edit it on Canva. Watch that every morning, whatever it is. If you're gonna engage in stuff like that, make sure it motivates you. Now let's talk about feeling hot, okay? Because when we feel hot, we feel more confident, our day is better. Get dressed in something that feels elevated no matter what instance you're going to. You're working from home, have a uniform that makes you feel hot, that's comfy, that works with you, but you look good while doing it. The goal should be to always wear something where if you were photographed by the paparazzi, like the famous queen you are, that you wouldn't be absolutely mortified wearing it. Wear your pajamas, but make sure they're a matching set, girly, or a cute little slip dress with a cute little robe. Just, you deserve it. Girl, you already know about Gosha. I know you've heard about it in a million other types of podcasts like this. So I'm not going to tell you the benefit. I'm just going to say, do it. Make sure you wash your Gosha every time you use it. And if you break out and are an acne prone girly like me, try it out with a Gosha instead of a face oil. Do it with a face wash, but never do it on dry skin. Journal, okay? I already know this one is a very popular one, so I won't go into it too much, but if you don't have the 5-minute journal, that's fine, girl, okay? Do it in your phone. Even do like a mental journal. There's apps now you can get where it's like a journal diary, which are super cool. I think they're all paid, but I would totally try that one out if I mean, maybe I'll do it in the future, but whatever works for you. But when you're doing it, set your intentions for the day. Like, today I want to feel, today I will, and then positive ones like I am smart, I am successful, I will move throughout my day with intention, with confidence, with grace. And try mirror affirmations too, okay? When you're doing your makeup or your hair or whatever in the morning, look at yourself and take a second to slow down and remind yourself of how proud you are of you, okay? Because at the end of the day, you need to love you. You need to take care of you. Rewire your self-image. Remind yourself of why you're working so hard. Remind yourself that if no one else has told you today that you're proud of you and you feel beautiful and you're going to work super hard today because of XYZ, whatever you need to hear, and you know that the most, you know yourself the most, tell yourself that, give yourself that love. It's going to feel amazing. This is more different, but I like to pick a word of the day, like a secret word of the day, like a little it girl secret, not tell anyone about it, you know, but I say, okay, what's the theme of today? Maybe the theme of today is kindness, where I try to be more of a kind person, do little acts of kindness every single day. Or it's productivity, where I really try to work productive and be on my A game. Or Zen, where I try to take more intentional breaks or go move through my day acting more calm. Whatever it is, I kind of just stay in tune with my body and my own needs and figure out what it needs the most today to make me feel like my best self, to help me live my best life. And I make that the word or the theme of the day. And I continue to move throughout my day with intention, going back to this word. I find it keeps me really rooted in my why and in this mindset of constantly trying to show up as my best self while also giving myself grace, because I deserve that, you deserve that. But this one thing is fun and it has a huge impact, so try it out. Regardless of when you're listening to this, you can start at night. If it's 10 o'clock at night, you can still pick a word of the day. Pick your word and let me know down below. I'll pin my favorite one to the top of the comment section. And girl, you know, for these super long chapters, I like to do It Girl action steps as a little recap of like, okay, we unpacked a lot. What can you do right now to feel like you're moving forward, you're making progress with everything we're talking about? It Girl action step 1, choose one hydration upgrade. Maybe it's electrolytes, maybe it's lemon water, whatever you think you can do, like a cute water bottle to make yourself drink more water, do that. Number 2, start adding 30 seconds of cold water to your morning routine. This could be dunking your face in a bowl of ice like you see all those aesthetic girls on Pinterest doing, or it could be as simple as, you know, washing your face and at the end having that cold water and swiping it in the upwards motion, or ending your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. Number 3, pick a word of the day, something that you want to carry within you, something that you need to focus on. It could be productivity, it could be calm, it could be kindness, whatever it is. Pick a word that means something to you and make your day focused on moving in alignment with that word, with that why. Number 4, test your anchor 3 habits. So if you have 3 habits that you're like, I want to work on that we talked about, pick those. And if not, it could be movement, hydration, and a cute outfit that's gonna make me feel good. Number 5, do things now that your future self will thank you for. So good morning routine starts at night. Do your closing shift so you can wake up to a nice clean space in the morning, and do yourself favors, okay? Make your life easier. Pick out your cute outfit so you never have excuses. Put your hair up in heatless curls. Put your vitamins out. Do whatever you have to do to make things simple and make things easier, less effort in the morning. And did you think I was just gonna leave you hanging there? No, girl. We do things differently on the Get Up and Glow podcast. Chapter number 3, I'm gonna tell you how to take all of the things we talked about and actually cultivate it for a morning routine that works for you. Because what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. And the reason you keep clicking on these videos and you get unmotivated and you don't wake up early is because you're not thinking about you. You need to learn your weaknesses, understand them, and sometimes adapt your morning routine to consider them. A study done by the European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes 66 days to form a habit, okay? So stick to this for 66 days. Because you fail one day, you sleep in one day, you don't quit. Don't quit on yourself, girl. You're not a quitter. You're better than that. I know it, okay? So commit to sticking through this for the whole summer. Let's do it. Consistency beats intensity. Grace, not perfection, at all costs. Okay. Now, how to cultivate your ultimate it girl morning routine, something that works for you. Start with just 3 habits. Don't try to overwhelm yourself implementing everything at once. Pick the 3 habits that will work for you, make you feel the best with the highest return. Ask yourself, what would the best version of me be doing in the morning, and how can I cut that effort in half, okay? We're making it realistic because it's not about doing an hour workout every morning. If you can't stick to that, start with literally half an hour or even just 15 minutes. Small, easy wins to implement so you can feel successful. Make that a habit, and once it's already part of your habit where you just wake up and you work out, even if it's for 15 minutes, then in 66 days or whenever you just feel very low resistance to doing that habit, up the ante a little bit. Reflect and adjust, okay? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Adjust. Say, okay, I am always falling off because of this reason. Like, look for the root cause that keeps you stuck. Work on that first, okay? You can't just go and do a morning routine that some girl does and it doesn't work for you because it's not working for you. Adjust and create habits every single day that work for you. And it doesn't have to be aesthetic, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, it doesn't even have to be a 5 or even a 6 a.m. morning routine. What is going to make you feel good? What is going to help you show up as your best self? And what are healthy ways that you can do that? You don't become that girl by copying the other thing that girl that you love and look up to constantly does. No, that girl is who she is, just to her core. She's true to herself and she owns it. That's cool. That's that girl. Choose to show up as her, your best self, every single day, and that starts right now. You deserve a life that feels aligned, beautiful, peaceful, and productive. Not because you're perfect, but because you're committed. You don't need to wake up before the sun to change your life. You just need a system that makes your mornings feel soft, strong, supportive, something that will work for you, make you excited to get out of bed, something that you can do to make your evenings easier, to make that stress of the day and your long list of everything you have to do less of a burden. I built a morning routine that helped me look better and feel better. And you know what? I'm not perfect. The days I fall off, I actually feel a difference and I feel way more crappy, but I do it often. I'm not perfect all the time, but I always come back to it. And if I can do that, girly, so can you. So here is your sign to start building the life that you cannot wait to wake up to. I always say that you are the average of the 3 to 5 people you spend the most time with, okay? The people you spend the most time with impact how you think, how you speak, how you act. It's so important. And if you're someone who is trying to really work on yourself and you're struggling because you don't have an accountability partner, I created an extension of the Get Up and Glow podcast called Get Up and Glow Unfiltered, the Glow Up Academy, where for $2.99 Canadian dollars, I wanted to make it so affordable for you guys, less than a cup of coffee. You get 2 bonus monthly podcasts. You get tailored content. So ask me quite literally anything about my daily habits, about my life, if you want to learn about that. If you have a question or a support that you need in terms of building your routines, in terms of glow up support, whatever that may be, that is your platform to get more personalized one-on-one content with me and the rest of our community. Plus, they're completely unfiltered, so we get a little bit real, raw, okay? We do things and say things I probably shouldn't. It's not edited. It's super unfiltered. So if you want to see that side of me, have FaceTime energy, subscribe to the Get Up and Glow Unfiltered podcast called the Glow Up Academy, and you can join our exclusive society by going into Spotify, searching up the podcast, and on any episode that has a lock that says Glow Up Academy or Unfiltered, click on it. Spotify will guide you through to subscribe for, again, less than a cup of Starbucks coffee. Not even that fancy dancy espresso, brown sugar, whatever ice. I don't drink Starbucks. I do my coffee at home because I save money. But regardless, it's probably less than the actual cup of hot coffee. That is boring, but probably a lot better for you anyways. Anyways, girl, regardless of if you want to join our society or you're not able to, I still appreciate you and love you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Every comment I love to read. It warms my heart. I just sit there and I smile. It keeps me going. Every like, every share, every follow on my own personal Instagram at Madison.Haynes. I just feel so honored to be a part of your glow up self-improvement journey, and I love watching you guys grow. If the podcast helps you at all, if you listen to it on a hawk or a walk, wherever, take a quick photo, tag me on your Instagram stories. It would quite literally make my entire day. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping, but you go have an amazing day. Set yourself up tonight for an amazing morning tomorrow, because I know you can do it, girl. Okay? That's it. See you next time.